Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Martin versus Blackman, Stevenson.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Miss Martin, you say that the father of your 4 kids treats your newborn baby like an evil stepchild.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because he doubts paternity.
Yes, Your Honor.
And furthermore, you claim that his behavior has forced you to take the kids and leave him.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're asking the court to award you $3,100 for the next 6 months of child care expenses.
Yes, Your Honor.
I should get
All
that.
right, Mr. Blackman, you argue that Miss Martin has confessed to cheating with another man and it has left you unsure which of you fathered your youngest child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Miss Martin's lover has also been tested and we will meet him in a
You
moment.
say Miss her lover?
Miss Martin's lover.
Your lover?
That's what he was at the time.
All right, so Miss Martin, when did your relationship with Mr. Blackman start to go downhill?
When I stopped feeling loved and appreciated. Like, we have 5 kids together. 6 with his daughter is also my stepchild. I just never felt love appreciated. He always called me fat, you know, you lazy, you nasty, you don't do this, you don't do that. But how can I when I got a man saying all these things to me? Like
I
you
can
expect
only
to
say
come
what
home.
I see.
You
I can
expect
only
to
say
come
what I
home.
come home
You-
to.
Hold on now.
You expect to come home to a cooked meal and all of this. And
Sometime.
I never even got a back rub. I carried and bared 4 children for you.
You never got a. That's the only way I would get some is to give you a back rub.
Exactly. So
Right,
what
so
type of
don't
man
say
are
that
you,
then.
though?
Don't say that.
What type of man does that make
Don't
you?
say that.
Okay.
Well, what about when I get tired of coming home, seeing you with nasty feet hanging off the couch, the kids running up
He
to me,
refused.
talking about they hungry.
Oh, Mr. Blackman,
Your Honor,
really?
He
Yes,
refused.
yes.
When you got all these kids, a pedicure is the last thing on your list. Now, you're in this.
Because I gave him an ultimatum. I was ready to get married. I feel like after 6 years, why are you not ready? That's because you exploring your options. Maybe you looking for something better. I don't know. But if that's the case, then let me go.
So you left.
Yes. And he begged me to come back. And now he wants to
I
get
asked you to
married.
come back because it's around Christmas time, and I ain't never spent the Christmas away from my
Whatever.
children.
He could
I
have
ain't
had.
begged you to do nothing.
He could have
All
had
right,
his kids
so
without me.
you left, and while you were gone, you
I
met.
Triandos.
All right, Mr. Stevenson.
Yes.
Tell me about that relationship.
I met him. We got drunk. We had sex. And I liked it. And he made me feel good. Better than he made me feel ever.
So you were with him for about 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you feel guilty? Did you miss home?
I didn't feel guilty because he did a lot. He cheated. He's not no saint. I didn't feel guilty because
no saint, but
I
we
was
got
faithful to
past
him.
that though. We got past. We were trying to build a life together. That you
He
claimed.
thought that we got past it, but I was still dealing with a lot of hurt and pain. I wanted to make it work for my kids.
But you see, Your Honor, she wanted to make it work for her kids, not for me. So that means she
You
couldn't
wasn't
be.
trying to make it work for me.
So you were in an intimate relationship with Mr. Stevenson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go back to Mr. Blackman?
Yes, she
Yes.
came back.
I did.
Why did you go back?
Because I loved him. I was not in love with him, but I loved him, and I thought we had a fighting chance.
So you went back at that point, were you faithful to Mr. Blackman?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's shaking his head no.
Well, let's say I don't believe that.
That smirk you did after the statement, I was faithful, did not look truthful.
Thank you.
So what's the truth?
I was not faithful to him because I caught feelings for Triandos.
All right. So you weren't faithful to him. You were still sleeping with Mr. Stevenson.
Yes, Your Honor. I was dropping him off at work, dropping the kids off at school, and I was going to be with him for the rest of the day.
So when the van got
And you
stuck,
were intimate with Mr. Stevenson
When
and
the van-
also Mr. Blackman,
Yes, Your Honor. Around the same time.
and you were trying to say Mr. Blackman?
well, I was trying to say that we have a
My-
van that goes
It
out from
broke
time to
down.
time.
It broke
and the
down.
first time it broke down, it needed a fuel pump. Then this like 2-3 days. Then the second time it went out for a
And it
whole
cost
week and a half.
$350.
I'm talking to her on the phone. Why you ain't trying to get home? Oh, I'm worried about somebody stealing the van. I go out there, get a battery, a charge. Didn't have to change nothing. Give a battery a charge, the van start right up.
Oh, so you're saying she got out there and said the van broke down and was out there hanging out and being with Mr. Stevenson.
Yes.
But pretending to you she had a breakdown and had no way to get home.
Exactly.
Is this true, Ms. Martin?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you find out you're pregnant. Do you tell Mr. Stevenson and Mr. Blackman?
I told both of them.
No, she tried to pass the baby off on me first. She gonna come tell me some mess about we know we can't afford no baby, and they told me I got pregnant in such and such month, and then she tell me the sex of the baby. I look at it and tell you know this ain't my baby. There's no way. She talking about, well, it's a possibility.
Because it is a possibility. We had sex.
All right, so did you tell Mr. Stevenson that he may be the father too?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was his reaction?
He was happy for a minute, and then he just disappeared. He completely disappeared. I didn't hear from him for another 4 or 5 months.
Happy for a minute, then disappeared?
Mm-hmm.
Jerome, I think it's time we meet Mr. Stevenson. Please
Okay.
escort him into the courtroom. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Mr. Stevenson, thank you for being here. When Ms. Martin told you she was pregnant, what was your initial reaction?
First, I was happy, and then I just disappeared.
She said that. That's exactly what she said. Why did you disappear?
She kept calling me a deadbeat daddy, this and that, that and that. I got tired of listening to
Because
her.
he wasn't there. That's what you was. He brought a used car seat to the hospital.
Who did?
Mr. Stevenson.
Who did? Well, okay, not to be funny, but what's
So
wrong
when
with a
was he at
used
the
car
hospital?
It
seat?
had stains all over it. Like,
When was he at the hospital? So what he been to the hospital?
yeah, he came to the hospital.
This is news to you, huh, Mr.
After
Black?
the
Promise you
baby,
to God,
after the baby
on my
was
children's
born, he
life.
came to the hospital.
I ain't never know this man came to no hospital.
After the baby was born, me, my mother, and my granny.
Well, what part? What you forgot to tell me that part, huh?
No, I didn't think it was important.
You didn't think it was important
No.
because of what?
Hold on. She said she didn't tell you that part because she didn't think it was important.
Nobody stepped up. He was there, but he had to go back home to the kids. After I had the baby, Mr. Stevenson came. He was just like, oh, well, I want a DNA test, and he want the baby to have his name, but he didn't want to sign a birth certificate. But drilling me about a last name or a name, and I gave him Blackman. My baby name is Jeremiah Blackman.
So you gave him Mr. Blackman's last name.
Because
Yes,
of some
Jerome, please
pressure
hand
from
me
somebody.
that evidence she has.
And nobody
Jerome,
signed
hand
the
me
birth
that.
certificate. My name is the only one on there.
Well, you want to give your
Yeah,
child
so why are
name.
you so stuck on giving them my name then? I mean, you just told me I did the exact same thing he
That's a fair
did.
question, Miss Martin. Why his name?
Because I thought the baby was his.
In your heart, you thought it was his.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Blackman, do you believe Ramirez your baby? Mr. Blackman, do you believe Ramirez your baby?
Your Honor, it's a possibility.
Well, it's a possibility. Then why do you treat him like crap?
Ms. Martin, how does he treat Ramir differently?
He don't touch him. He won't even look at him. Like, if he in the same room, he just acts totally blank. If the baby start crying and I step out the room, he sending the kids, tell your mama to come get that baby.
Your Honor,
My
it's
daughter,
true.
my daughter is 4. She told him to his face, like, why are you treating that baby? Why are you treating the baby like this, Daddy? Get your baby. Hold your baby. Why are you doing my mommy like this?
All right, now listen. Mr. Blackman, I'm trying to understand, are you truly treating this child poorly?
If you compare it to the way I treat my other children, yes.
All right, so Ms. Martin, you've brought a witness. Please stand, ma'am, and state your name.
My name is Gloria Blackman. I'm Mr. Blackman's sister.
Here as Ms. Martin's witness.
My brother, he's so far wrong. That's a baby. As far as I'm concerned, neither one of them did anything. I did everything from the day the baby was born to right now.
So, Ms. Blackman, let me ask you, do you believe Ramir is your biological nephew?
I do. I think he looks like the child, the youngest before him. I think he looks just like him. I think he has my brother's nose. you know.
And I see it makes you very emotional just to talk about the child.
Well, it's like, I feel so hurt for both of them. They just like, it's crazy.
But
She
it's
got
not my fault.
What?
I didn't tell her to go lay with this man.
But
But
you
so what?
treated me
You
like
had
crap.
crap.
You
She treated you like-
cheated 1,000,001 times, Rael.
It's still about the baby, though,
all type
Rael.
of women around my kids.
It's still
my
about the
kids
baby.
coming
It's
telling
still
me
about
how
the
they
baby.
sleeping in the bed with you and another woman.
and I can't.
So how do you think that made me feel?
Oh,
Mr.
and
Black.
I didn't know that. And you know what? He's acting hard. He loves this woman and he just fronting. It's gonna kill him and it's breaking my heart for both of them because I love them so much and they have such beautiful 4 children together. And it's just, this stuff is just, it's killing me.
All right, Ms. Blackman, thank you so much for your
You're
testimony.
welcome.
You may be seated. Now, Mr. Stevenson, have you been around at all since the baby's been born?
She won't even bring him around me. I seen them twice. At the hospital when she came to my house probably a week later. Other than that, I haven't seen
You
her,
took the
period.
baby to the man's house.
She
He
sure
needed a
did.
father. You didn't want to be there.
She sure did.
So she brought the baby to your house.
Yes, ma'am.
And then after that, what
He
happened?
started
ain't
denying them all over again after he bragged my baby's this, my baby's that.
Because at the same time, she
pictures
started
and-
calling me a deadbeat
Because
dad.
what
I
were
got
you
tired
doing?
of it.
What were you doing? You didn't do
And
anything.
then,
Came up
she
to the
texted my
hospital
phone and tell me
empty-handed.
the baby ain't showing no weight.
Ms. Martin, from where I sit, it does sound like you perhaps have been playing both sides of this equation when
Your
it's
Honor.
convenient for you.
That's not true.
Listen,
That's not true.
If
That's
both
not
of these
true.
men could be your
Because-
child's father, and you had them both at the hospital, and you've let them both spend time with the child since he was born, why don't they both understand that?
He knows
And
we
you're
was living-
only suing one of them.
because he treated me like crap, and he was the reason I had to leave my house because it was too stressful for me. And I feel like he owed me for moving expenses in my bills and everything.
You were suing for $3,100.
Yes, Your Honor. Until I'm able to get up on my feet, being that we do have these other kids together.
What's getting me is that you standing here suing Mr. Blackman,
Suing
but
Mr.
you mad at
Blackman.
Mr. Stevenson because he brought a used car seat up, look, for a baby that he wasn't even sure was his.
And I told him he could have kept it. I left it there where it was.
Well, for a woman with so much nerve that you can tell people to take their car seat and take their this, why don't you have enough money to move yourself and you got to rely on his sister to pay for your child that you lay down and made with 2 different men and don't know who the father is, and you sitting up here talking about they not man enough to do this, then he not man enough to do this, when you not woman enough to know that when you lay down with men and have a baby and don't know which one's the daddy, you the one that's going to be responsible till you figure out who's the daddy. Now, we got an arbitration. You suing this man, got all the receipts, every receipt. Because you've been through this before.
And he got what he needed.
Hold on.
Not
He
from
got
you.
what he needed. From whom?
Ms. Blackman.
Thank you.
Traitor.
And that's why I said
And
the
it
money.
sounds like to me, if there's somebody here that needs to be filing suit, it's Miss Blackman. Your
Yes,
case
Mama.
is dismissed. And the worst part about it is the only people that have truly paid for these mistakes is Ramir and Miss Blackman. Because he's a baby and he's not getting treated right because the man that he was living with doesn't know if he's the father, so he's treating him like that baby, which is wrong, dad wrong,
I ain't want
all
my
the
kids
way
to
wrong.
see that,
No,
Your
be
Honor.
quiet, I'm sick of all of you. That's wrong. Now, this one over here, he comes up to the hospital trying to offer something, it ain't good enough.
Because it wasn't.
He tried. He doesn't know if the child is his or not. He's trying to figure it out. You call him a deadbeat. This ain't good enough. Next thing you know, he's gone. You're jeopardizing your son being able to have a father.
He ain't nobody done nothing. Like, ain't near one of them stepped up, period.
Hold on. You gotta understand that the only reason why you were in that situation was because why? Why?
Because I put myself in that
That's
situation.
it. That's it. Let's go to the results.
Yeah, I teach you that too, Your Honor.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. case of Martin versus Blackman Stevenson, and whether Rael Blackman or Triando Stevenson is Ramirez's father. Mr. Stevenson, you are his father.
Huh?
Come here. You know you trying to be strong. You stop it. Okay? Be all right, okay? Promise me you gonna be all right. Be all right, Rael, please. Be all right. I'm sorry, you all.
Mr. Blackman,
Yes, Your Honor. My kids, they the one gonna be affected by this. You know? I just want this to be over with.
Mr. Stevenson, how do you feel?
I feel okay. I know the results now. That's all I was waiting on.
And I hope you understand that your son has been under...
He's destroyed the family. That's what he needs to understand, Your Honor. Please
did.
make him understand it.
She destroyed your
Listen.
family.
But you
Big
lay
homie.
down with it. Y'all sit there and talked about me.
well.
Keep it real, though.
If we're gonna keep it real, let me tell you something. You all can dish it out, but you sure can't take it.
in.
You can't take it. Now, you done cheated and done your thing, and you know it. You didn't deny it when she said it, and I'm not saying she's right. But you got a taste of your own medicine now, and it's brutal. All of you have had a part to play in this mess, and all of you have to figure out how to clean it up for Ramirez's sake. The court will offer counseling for you, and we are going to refer you to more resources in your home state, because this is not going to be overnight. Whether you like it or not, you're his village. Figure out how to make it work. Are we clear?
Yes.
Court is adjourned. Miss Martin, step up here, please. Now, we'll say this. So you've made probably the hugest error of your life. What do you do? Lay down?
I'm gonna stand tall and move forward and raise my kids and be the best mother I can be to them.
Thank you. They're gonna know it's possible because their mother did it. Do you understand me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.